Here live at the Museum of the Rockies, and you can see behind me here, beautiful setup. Lots of people still here at 10:15 at night. Just a beautiful shot here across Southwest Montana. Of course, you can't enjoy a wine classic without a glass of wine in your hands as well. Let's go to our weather graphics and take a look at the weather forecast over the next several days. We're looking at some decent quiet weather returning to the area. We have some isolated early thunderstorms possible tonight. High pressure will be building in though, some good news there. And by Monday, how about some record heat moving into Southwest Montana? It's going to be a beautiful next couple of days. Unfortunately, toward the end of my 7-day forecast, not the best out there. Satellite and radar composite still showing a couple of clouds and showers out there. That's that threat for that early rumble of thunder, but all in all, the rest of us should be remaining fairly quiet tonight into tomorrow morning, and that's when the high pressure really builds on into Southwest Montana. Temperatures even at 10 o'clock at night, how about this? 63 degrees in Butte, 62 in Bozeman, 78 in Billings. It's just a beautiful evening, especially for eastern Montana. Right now, Bozeman, 62 degrees. Let's go outside and take a look at our iCam this evening. A beautiful shot of the Gallatin Valley, still in the 60s, quiet conditions, and that's going to be the trend for the next several nights as well. Over in the mining city, we're also looking at some pretty nice conditions sticking around with clear skies out there. There were some showers off to the west earlier in the evening, but we have since cleared out as temperatures have dropped into the lower 60s at the 10 o'clock hour. So temperature-wise, not a bad way to enjoy your Saturday evening here in Southwest Montana. Now, it doesn't feel like July out there. It feels more like August with those mild temperatures, but we are looking at some pretty nice conditions, at least sticking around for the next couple of days. High pressure is still dominating our weather. That low pressure off to our west, though, keep an eye on it because it's going to have a pretty big impact on our weather. But let's look at temperatures as we drop into the evening hours tonight. Still in the 60s, overnight 40s and 50s, but tomorrow, how about some upper 80s and 90s? Tomorrow night, back into the 40s and 50s. But then Monday, here we go, 90s, upper 90s. Even in the Gallatin Valley, we could hit 100 plus somewhere in the region. So I think Monday is a possible record-breaking day across, especially east of the divide, the eastern part of our viewing area. For tonight, for the state, well, a few thunderstorms possible for northeastern Montana, but the rest of us looking pretty darn quiet. As we look at southwestern Montana, though, we're looking at tranquil conditions as well. Sunny skies across the state tomorrow, maybe a rumble of thunder toward Glasgow. In the mining city tonight, clear skies, comfortable, shed that layer, enjoy a nice evening dessert or a drink. It's a beautiful night to be outside. Tomorrow getting into the 70s and 80s and maybe even an isolated 90 out there as well. In the Gallatin Valley, also looking pretty nice. We're looking at plenty of clear skies tonight. 50 for Bozeman, 53 rather. Tomorrow, how about 90s? Yes, some lower 90s out there for many of us across the region. Upper 80s though for Bozeman and downtown MSU. Bozeman, Belgrade looking about 95, 96. 7-day forecast time in Bozeman. How about those 90s sticking around? Once again, isolated upper 90 across the area, not out of the realm of possibilities. We can hit 100 possibly on Monday in the mining city. Also looking at some very warm conditions, lower 90s sticking around, but we will be cooling down toward the end of that 7-day forecast. As promised, that low pressure system bringing a little more unsettled weather back into the area. But with a glass of wine here at the Museum of the Rockies, no way I'm not going to enjoy this night as warm weather continues, and we continue with more news coming up with Health Watch right after this. Back here live at Museum of the Rockies, I'm joined by Gene. We heard what you had to say earlier. We didn't actually get to see you. I'm holding a glass of wine in front of me, and this event was all about the California wine. Why don't you tell me a little bit about how people reacted to it this year?
They loved it. I mean, you can see they're still drinking it. We're honored to have Duckhorn Winery, which was Winery of the Year in 2010 here. We had a wine classic wine that is a Chardonnay. It's a decoy Chardonnay. It'll be here in all of the different retailers all summer. So we're really lucky to have a special wine from Duckhorn here tonight that people really loved, and now to have that available at retailers all around the Gallatin Valley.
All right, now other than the wine, what was it that everyone liked the most about this evening?
Well, I think people just get really excited about all of the food that they're able to sample from local Bozeman restaurants. There were 17 different restaurants here. They can have wine, they can have food, and people just got really excited about trying all the little different foods and wines that were available tonight.
Well, Gene, thanks again for coming back, and congratulations on a wonderful, successful evening. Let's go and take a look at that 7-day forecast now for the mining city, and we're looking at improving conditions for the next several days. We're going to see some nice warm temperatures as we get into the low 90s, but we will be going back into the 80s and 70s for the afternoon highs. So a pretty big drop in our high temperatures as we head toward the end of that 7-day forecast. But all in all, really no major complaints as we have pretty decent conditions for the next several days sticking around here in Southwest Montana. So all in all, Lindsay and Aslan, I'm sorry you guys are missing out on this opportunity, but I'm not going to miss out on this opportunity for this wine. Back to you guys.